Hey everyone, Shawn Clement here, and we've got just a fabulous little session for you. We're talking about, and did you see Tiger's event in Bermuda? You notice how the pros were having so much trouble with that Bermuda grass. There's a very specific way that many people don't know about on how to chip on Bermuda, because especially when you're chipping in the grain, against the grain is very, very difficult. So I want to bring your attention to my buried bunker shot, where, you know, if you're doing a regular bunker shot, the reason why you open the face is because we're using the sole of the club. So let's say my hand is the sole of the club, and we're opening the face. So the leading edge of the club comes off the ground, and now when I run my club along the sand, it prevents it from digging, but it also makes the sand come off the sole like a snow plow. So it projects the sand. So I'm projecting sand with the sole of the club. Now, when the ball is embedded and it's fried egg, or it's embedded or plugged, now I need to do the opposite. I need to turn it at least 45 degrees. If my hands come forward, you notice that opens the face. If it opens the face too much, then the club starts to catch and it won't go through. So my club face has to be closed enough. Now, as I'm coming through, the golf club is parting the sand to the side as it's digging a trench. And when I close it that much, the toe of the club comes down and I'm digging a beautiful narrow trench. So the ball comes right out. You really don't need a lot of effort. Now, it's the same thing. Now, why do we close or open the face? So that it doesn't catch. So I'm either using a modified flop shot. If I'm chipping in Bermuda onto an elevated green, I want to open the face a lot. That way the club face is not going to jam in the Bermuda. So we need a good dual-faced or dual-soled wedge like this. Notice how the back has been cut off. I got 6 degrees of bounce. This is my Ping TS wedge. T as in Tom, S as in Sam. 60, they got a 58 or a 60 degree in a 6 degree bounce with that dual sole. So then when I open the face, then the club really glides along the grass, and I'm going to really have a shot that's going to come out nice and soft. So if I need to have a little bit of an elevated shot here, open the face, there's my little miniature flop shot. Notice the contact comes off great. But if I need a bump and run, I have to close it. So I'm going to hold the club like I normally would hold a putter, through the center of the hand. And I'm going to close it a good 30 to 45 degrees until I feel it no longer catches in that Bermuda. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to brush the grass in that direction. Always play the ball slightly back of center so that you don't hit the ground first. The hands have to come forward. So look at my chipping videos. And now I'm just going to aim. You're playing for a draw. So I'm going to aim a little bit more to the right, and see how the ball comes out left, but it won't catch. And it just takes a little bit of practice. If I want to go down the middle here, I'll go a little more to the right. See that? So the ball comes out very nicely, and I'm hitting it. Notice when I close the face, I take a lot of the club's surface off the ground, and now I'm dealing with just the outer half of my club. And because it's angled like a snowplow, it's going to move and part the grain of grass to the side and allow the club to continue. That's the secret. So you don't want the club to stop in its tracks. If you catch a little bit of the grass just before the ball, then you're going to stub the chip. It's going to come back at your feet. So we do the putter grip, let it hang from the shoulders, and now I'm just going to, there it is. So there's no way you'll feel how it won't catch in that Bermuda and allows your ball to continue. All you have to do is just modify your direction a little bit and, you know, Bob's your uncle. All right, here's a couple more coming back towards you. So, putter grip hangs from the shoulders, ball back in the stance so the hands hang in front of the ball. There we go. That's where it wants to cut grass. Bring it in. Now I'm going to aim along the rope. And there you have it. That was perfect. So there's actually a little mini glance along the face. See that? And it has a nice draw spin on it. So when you learn how to deal with that and practice a little bit with it, which I rarely need to do back home. There we go. See that? Very nice. Let it hang. A little more to the right. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? Here's that flop shot we were talking about. So very open. Ball very forward in the stance. See that? So there's no way that club is going to catch. If the face is that open, it'll glide along the surface. So you got two wonderful options right there. And all I'm doing right now is I see my dandelion stem and I'm cutting through my dandelion stem. So I hope you enjoyed this little tidbit of information for those of you spending your winters down south and you're dealing with some very strong grain, especially when you're chipping into it. That's how you want to go about your business. Enjoy.